Hello everybody and welcome to this tutorial, and I'm going to talk about TwistChain Constraint that you find in the animation rigging package in Unity. So you also might see this one, TwistChain Constraint, and you see what it does. So it kind of twist a spine or some bones, and I'm going to show you how that stuff works. So here we have a character, and I actually added it to it. So you see here, you see kind of twisting, and it's on top of your animation, and when you run around you have it. So maybe you want it like procedural animation like this, so you can have like this. Cool, isn't it? And then as you can see on the other screen here, I'm actually going to use it in another kind of, let's say, context. So I've rigged some bones in these kind of arms, and when you come here, it kind of moves into position and you can run up. Isn't that cool? And then it will go back to, yeah, this. So it's a pretty straightforward chain constraint, and I'm going to show how you can use it. Cool. So let's get started from a fresh scene, and I have that one prepared here. And what we're going to do, we're just going to use the default character that Unity have. And if you look into the player armature, you have the animator in the bottom, and that's great. So where we have the animator, we're just going to here add an extra game object. And I'm going to call it rig. And here I'm going to add a rig. And also TwistChain Constraint component. And you could also have this TwistChain Constraint component as a child on the rig itself if you want. And maybe you want to call this rig, let's see, TwistChain Constraint. And so you need to set up it like this. And also on the player armature, where you have the animator, you want to add this rig builder. You have it here. So here you can add more on top of them, and you need to be sure that you put them in the right order. So if you want stuff to affect in a certain order, you need to have them in order here. Otherwise, it can mess up stuff. But we only have this one now, so we're going to add it here. And also, the default rig has bones. So we have the skeleton here, so we have a lot of bones. And if you have installed the animation rigging package, that you should, if you wanted to work with these components, then you can do bone render setup. And here, then you get bone render, and you have these blue bones. So here you see, this is the spine, and here you have the upper chest. And in this rig TwistChain Constraint component here, you want the root and the top. So you decide what's the root and the top is. So in our case, we want the spine to be the root. And this here is the upper chest. We're going to have it here. And then we want to kind of root target and tip target. And we're going to add them as childs in this one. So we just do create target. So this is going to be the root target. And we're going to have the tip target. So the root target to the root and the tip target here. And this is actually everything you need to do to have it working. And make sure that you put it here, the rig layer. So if we play, and it should be working, you can run around, so that's cool. And now, because we have here the tip target, it's a transform that we put on the chest bone, right? And we have the root target, it's down here on the spine. So let's say we want to rotate the spine. Then we take the root target and we just start to rotate it like that. So now we can make our duck here, or a yoga lady or man. So, or someone that's picking up something, and it works. So, you know, you can just run around like this, right? It's cool. So this is how it works, and there is some things you could think about this. I guess it's mostly made for exactly this purpose. So if you not pressing play, you can just, when you are at the animator level, if you press preview in your animation, preview, now you have the animation, should be, yeah, it's preview. It's not playing, but if we play, we see it. And also if we take the tip, now we can work with it without going to play mode. So of course you probably would like to add it up in a script. So, you know, if you wanted to look at somewhere, you have a pointer or something. And what's good to know is that you can only rotate in 179 degrees. So if you look up here, if you go above 180, it kind of flips. So you see it's happening stuff here. So it's kind of, but you can't rotate it more than this on a skeleton. So that makes sense. And it's the same if you do like this. It kind of flips here. So 180 degrees, that's kind of the maximum. And also, now that's kind of the basics, and that's how you use it. And I also made this rubber joint here, and this is the same concept. So here you see all the bones. So I have the arm, that's the mesh. I have the bones here, and that's the blue one here. So if I do like this, it works. And we have the rig set up here, and I have actually here I made the rig and then the child called TwistChain Constraint, and then I added root target and tip target. And here I actually made two boxes so I could see them. I'm actually going to remove the box collider, and we don't need the mesh renderer. So if we hit play, now you could actually use it in another context. So the root, now you see it's kind of acting like this. And if you go above 180, it kind of flips. And we have the tip one here. So because it works like it does, so if you would, let's see if we do global, if we rotate, it might not work as you expect, because you can't do more than 180 degrees. You need to work in those bounds. So if you want something else, you need to use another constraint or build your own constraint. That's also possible. But in the next tutorial, I'm going to show you how you could use, if you want to use it, not in a character skeleton context, but instead in this context. So here I have this chain, twist constraint on these ones. And you could also use it for this. So, and this is a trigger, and I'm going to show you how I set this up. Whoops. Yeah, it's great. So, and I'm also going to show you eventually in a tutorial how you make this rubber arm in Houdini. So thank you for watching. I really hope you liked it. And if you want to support me, please like my tutorials or subscribe, and have a great day.